I think it's great. I mean, from the ability for you to have video games as a profession, if you can't get into the development side or the marketing side or the management side, but you're a great video gamer, God bless you. I mean, absolutely.
Another sector that's very hot and EA is involved with is mobile. We're seeing the mobile industry evolve, especially with micro consoles. This fall, we're going to see Android TV. What impact do you see those kinds of devices having on mobile and the console industry?
Well, it's going to be fascinating to see whether these devices, which take what's going on your maybe 4 or 5 inch screen and then maybe put them on a big screen. There's been a number of consoles that have attempted that with mixed results so far, but I think it's, again, more ways to play, more ways to use your devices. You invest heavily in your big TV on that wall, and if you enjoy playing something on your phone but projecting it there, or being able to consume Android games on a television, great. I mean, I think we need to knock down all the barriers to enjoying the games that we have, and ultimately it's going to be device agnostic. Games are going to be built not necessarily for a platform, but as we see our friends at Apple and Google becoming more and more part of what our industry is, on top of Sony and Nintendo and Microsoft, I think it's great. There's nothing wrong with having multi-billion-dollar global enterprises say, we believe in gaming and we're going to make it a core part of our platform.
Can you talk about EA Access and what role you see that playing moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, EA Access is an interesting experiment for us as a leader in the industry in providing value for gamers, different ways for them to consume games. I think it's great value for money. As the time goes by, the vault will build. We're going to have the ability to be able to provide early trial for gamers to see if they like games or not, and whether they want to pursue those games. And then thirdly, the discount program built in provides great value for guys who buy typically a lot of EA games. But this idea of the vault and this idea of discovery of games because it's in your vault and you may ordinarily not play it has been a big idea. I look at the commentary that I'm seeing from the beta that just finished, and guys saying, particularly US gamers saying, I've never kicked a ball in my life, and I've never wanted to play FIFA, but it was in the vault. I started playing. Wow, what a great game. Without EA Access, they wouldn't have experienced that. They wouldn't have paid $40, $50 right now for FIFA 14. And it gives you this concept, this discovery, which I think is great.
What did you guys learn from EA Origin that you're applying to something like EA Access?
Well, Origin has been great for the company in that it provides us with a portal and a way to interact with what has been our core consumer for 30 years, which is that PC gamer. It's how we built our company. We've always been primarily the preeminent publisher on a global basis for premium PC products. Obviously, we had a lot of fun today with The Sims 4, and that's been a core part of our PC offering. I think Origin allows us to interact in a unique way with the game. It's going to be a very important part of our direct-to-consumer digital strategy, continuing to go forward here. And it gives us an opportunity, as we do with EA Access, maybe to try some different ways. We're doing game time, which says, boy, come play this game for free. And if you like it, great. If you don't, move on. On the house, hey, have a free game. Humble Bundle, which we did last year, $10 million to charities. All of the things we typically do, we couldn't do that on other people's platforms. You can't go and say, I want to give games away, Sony and Microsoft or Apple or Google, but when you build a platform yourself, there's all kinds of innovative stuff that you can do. And in particular, when you're providing value to the consumer by letting them try games, giving a game for free, supporting philanthropic causes by simply putting your content out there for people to get for a few dollars, that's what Origin does for us. Really allows us to do innovative stuff.
When it comes to EA, if you look back maybe five or so years ago, there was a lot of licensing from Hollywood. These days, not so much, but what differentiates, do you feel, Star Wars from everything else out there?
Other than it's the world's greatest entertainment IP ever made, nothing. Now, I mean, we were, to your point, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, before that, James Bond. I mean, we've been involved in some great pieces of IP. I think what's changed is, our medium, as I said, has way past what movies can do. So trying to do movie-based games started to fall off because gamers are saying, well, you can do more than that. So it's tying into the movie. What we're doing now is looking at a great intellectual property. Star Wars, yes, was a movie, several movies, but then with the reinvention, obviously Lucas being acquired by Disney, J.J. Abrams being involved, I can see the reimagining of Star Wars and the reintroduction to Star Wars of a whole new generation that doesn't remember, like I did in 1977, sat in a movie theater going, as those words came by, and that spaceship kept on going and going and going, and thinking, I've never seen anything like this in my life before. And I think that Disney is on the cusp of reintroducing, again, one of the world's greatest pieces of entertainment IP to a whole new generation of fans. And the fact that there's a game attached to that, not a movie game, but uses the vast Star Wars empire. And our best team at DICE is on it, and our greatest engine, Frostbite 3, is going to underpin and power that game. All feels good to me.